Hello, everybody. Can you guess where I'm at? Thing is torn. So I haven't given an update really since last spring, or fall, when I was putting it away for the winter. Quite a bit has changed since then. I have it back inside. Completely torn down basically, besides, ripping out the engine and that kind of thing. All the wheels are rebuilt, new bearings, new seals. All axles have been serviced. Brakes are like new on the truck, so I just took them off and cleaned and lubricated correctly to keep them from seizing. So all new. I have a new arm coming for the steering. I forget what it's called. It's not tie rod. It's this one right here that ties the Ackerman arm with the Pittman arm, push arm or whatever it's called. Got a new one of those coming, and the shock is off right now because I am getting 2 new shocks. They just haven't arrived yet. I just washed the interior. That's why it looks still very dirty, but you should have seen it before. Holy moly, man. It was bad. There was like maybe 3 inches of dirt underneath that throttle pedal, and it's completely I'm gonna have to make a new one of those. So the interior is pretty dirty right now, but before, man, like there was like, I don't know, lots of dirt and mouse crap and whatever else. So instead of vacuuming or blowing it out, which can be, a little more dangerous for your health, I decided to pressure wash it, which made a huge mess everywhere. I've kind of cleaned up, but like it's over everything. These are all the parts from the truck as they stand. I took the hood apart. I took one door apart because the door latches were destroyed. So I haven't really done much. I did some sanding on this, and I've put some Bondo over a couple key areas that I want to sand out. Overall, the hood's in pretty good shape. Those are the bumpers, grill. Here's one of the hood latches, pins, door pins. Let's put it in the vise here so I can show you. That movement there. Now that much movement, when you amplify that by, 7 feet or whatever. No, not 7 feet, sorry. More like 4 feet or so. That makes a huge amount of play in the door. The bolts are seized in. I was able to get this one out. That one was pretty bad too. So what I'm going to do is, once I do get this pin out, I am going to drill a bigger hole and just put a pin in. Today, I took the whole heater core assembly apart. This truck did have AC. I cut the lines out because they're garbage, but I did want to leave, I want to leave the core in because the whole fascia, whatever you'd call it, plastic bit, incorporates that, and it just wouldn't look right without it. So I'm just leaving the core in, but I'm taking all the lines out because it's useless. It's never going to have AC ever again. Floor is in pretty good shape. Looks like they welded in a piece of metal for some reason there. So I'm going to be sealing that up proper so we don't get any water coming in. Now this cab was from an LTL 9000, which is like more of a highway truck, but the cabs are almost identical. So I think that that plate sitting behind the shifter there was put in to cover up something that the LTL had, which this truck never did. So I just started cleaning up this part here, a couple of dents and stuff. I'm not going to worry about the dents. This isn't you know, show truck or anything, so just cleaning up all the rust. And then these two areas were bad. This was one of the pieces, so kind of wrapped around to the back there. So I'm going to be welding in a new piece there and cleaning up that rust inside. Yeah, the back of the cab's in good shape. The roof is in pretty good shape. Took the glass out, ended up breaking it by accident because there was a stone chip and we pressed on the glass a little too hard and it cracked right through. So luckily windows are pretty cheap for these trucks, so I'm gonna clean up and then get a professional to come install a new window with new seal. Yeah, I got the old seats out. The carpet was disgusting. I took the radio console out. That was extremely disgusting. There was a huge mouse nest up on top in that radio console, which I'll show you here. This piece here. So it would sit like this up on top. And there was a huge mouse nest in there with the one dead mouse, and the radio was covered in piss and shit and whatever else. So I cleaned it up with bleach and everything, so it's sanitary now. I hope anyway. And so that was one thing. And it just had a shitty speaker in there that somebody wired in. It was a round speaker. It wasn't even an oval speaker. So I'm just going to get an oval speaker for it, put that back in. I'm going to use the original radio because I do like it. I think it worked good when I used it. When the truck was still running, I'm like, hey, why not? Just keep it original. The doghouse is out. I'm going to be sanding that down and rocker guarding it. I've decided most of the plastic in the truck besides the dash, like the plastic around the feet and everything, is going to be rocker guarded black. I don't know. Just decided that was what I wanted to do. I am actually going to my parents at the moment. My dad has some fiberglass and resin, and I'm going to be rebuilding or fixing the fan shroud where the heater core and everything sits in.